Egg salad in my pants.
I
So
turned up.
good.
I turned up the volume just a bit, actually a lot, but I don't know how that's gonna affect anything.
were you
Cool.
were you saying that in the audio test or
Yeah.
okay?
What's up, you booty hole dripper, big pee pee poo poo, diarrhea?
We're here playing Final Fantasy VII again.
Yeah.
Um, we finally in the last episode we talked about how we have audio. My cat currently is in a bad mood, but keeps on sitting on my laptop keys and muting me.
Oh.
It's great. I love having cats is so great because it's like it feels like having it sounds so dumb coming from a teenager, but it feels like having a teenage child because it's like they want to be next to you, but anytime you want to be next to them or talk to them, it's like I'm gonna bite your head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, teenagers, am I right? Gotta relate to the mom audience.
Yeah. I think I just screwed up.
Oh, what'd you do?
I left Aerith deserted.
Well, it's okay. I'm sure she loves dessert.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Good
so.
one.
I know.
Where am I supposed to freaking. Ooh.
Oh, okay. So while you're having a breakdown, I was just thinking. No, I was not just thinking. This was like a week ago. But um, people's lives are so like our entire lives were raised to think that our lives start once we get our jobs. Like the big question is always, what do you want to be when you grow up? And so you're just working towards that to wait until your life starts. But for some people, like especially people who are going to be doctors, their quote unquote life won't start until they're like 28 or 30, depending on when they start college or whatever.
It's this
Yeah.
way.
And so it's like, it's crazy how we basically just subtract at least 18 years, assuming you go through high school and whatever, from our lives, and just that's when our lives start.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
so sad.
I mean,
How
yeah.
much time do you spend thinking this is going to be way different when I finally get a job or when this finally happens? Or like you're just waiting until you build up to eventually getting a house, to eventually moving out, to doing whatever.
More often than I'd care to admit.
Yeah. So it's like we like I've been thinking about like not in a like I want to get out of my parents' house kind of way, but like I've been thinking about what I'm gonna do after I'm an adult since before I even like turned into a double digit kid.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
it's
I've only started
yeah.
thinking about stuff like that. I mean, like, probably since last year, around this time, I'd say. But, like,
Mm,
otherwise, I just. But ever since then, I've been thinking about it a lot.
yeah.
But before then, I never thought about it. And when I did think about it, it was very much just like, alright, well, I like doing this, so I'll just do that as my job. And then it
Mm.
just kept changing and changing until eventually it was like I sat down for like 10 minutes and was like, hey, what do I really want to do? And I thought about it real hard and I was like, I want to do this. And then
So you just like lived your childhood.
I mean, if you can call it that.
Would you call it that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. I wonder. Hmm, I'm gonna ask more people that question. I want to know if that's a more of a more guys don't think about it as much or think about their life starting until a certain point, or if it's just like because you and me are very kind of different people.
Uh, me.
Hmm. Interesting, interesting.
Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
baby, you're doing it.
This freaking part sucks balls.
You suck balls.
Oh, God, suck Aaron's testicles. Why offer her a ride? Oh my gosh, she's too low. I gotta move her again.
Oh, okay. So there's this podcast. I don't remember if I've talked to you about it or if I've talked to you about it on the channel. Have I ever told you about the Weird History podcast?
Yeah.
Okay, have I talked to you about it on the channel?
Maybe.
I'm gonna repeat myself. Okay, so the Weird History podcast, it's usually a guy and a girl talking about just strange parts of history that nobody knows about. Just random little blips. And I don't know what episode it was because I was listening to it with my sister. But it's interesting, or it was a couple episodes, I suppose. It's interesting looking back on history and seeing how many crazy events or medical histories and all that kind of stuff was chalked up to mass hysteria. Like, there was a whole case, I do not even remember when it was, but it was some people in a town couldn't stop like shaking or something. Like in a sense like tapping your foot kind of shaking but your whole body.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stop shaking. I think somebody joked it as like a dancing disease or whatever. But one girl ends up getting it and then they're like, okay, something's just wrong with this girl. She's clearly got anxiety or whatever. She's got serious issues with this. She never had any symptoms of anxiety before or high amounts of stress. She had a lot of friends. She wasn't like anything along those lines why she would be extremely anxious to the point where she developed something psychologically.
Yeah.
Um but they're like, okay, so something's wrong with this girl. So they send her home or whatever, and she doesn't go to school anymore. And all of a sudden, all of her classmates, this starts happening to. And then more people in the town and her family. And this whole town is infected with this thing that's essentially making all these people shake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like horrible. And they get the best psychologists around or whatever to come and check it out. And they end up chalking it up to we're not entirely sure how it originally happened, but it's basically she was somehow under some amount of stress and everybody else was so worried about it happening to them and worried about her that they developed the symptoms as well.
I.e., mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. Yeah, and so it slowly spread. And the more it spread, the faster it spread because people were worried about it spreading. And so eventually everyone just got it. And I don't remember how it eventually stopped, but it just died out. And they never looked into it any further. But that's crazy
Mm-hmm.
that can just happen.
It happens a lot in history too.
Yeah, exactly. It's so like it's unbelievable. Also, a lot of times in history, there'll be like a woman gets sick or a woman seeing things. Like it happens with men too. But they like immediately are like, "Oh, she's freaking insane. She's just crazy. She's not like she's not actually sick. She's not actually feeling this." Like and then they're like, "She's crazy." And it's just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Do you think anybody this is related? Do you think anybody in like the whole witch trial era uh was actually a witch?
No, witches aren't real.
But what if it was like the type of thing where it's like they weren't actually casting spells, but they were like demonic people? Not like in a sense that they worshipped stuff or they believed their own witchcraft.
Probably very little because women back then didn't have a lot of access to their own assets. Watch this! Oh! High five.
That's great.
Thank you. Oh, this is important stuff. Is it next episode time yet or no?
We got 5 minutes left at least.
Perfect.
Looks shut.
This is one of my favorite parts. It's so weird. This is one of my favorite parts of the whole game.
Mhm.
We're gonna take a break before we go to Sector 7.
There looks nice.
Oh, they're gonna be all cutesy.
Come on.
It's right after the absolute terrible stuff that happens.
Dude, what if she dies in the end?
That'd be
You know, a long time
crazy.
ago, I used to sell flowers here.
Oh yeah?
See, she used to sell flowers here. You talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So she did sell flowers and does.
He's got huge forearms. I know he's wearing the metal things, but he does.
Class,
I
right?
know, right?
Yeah.
Weird.
Really? What's weird about it?
Do you like her boots?
Nothing. Just that you were the same.
I
height.
didn't look at them, but I will.
Okay.
As who?
The first guy I ever loved.
Oh, they're cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? You probably know him.
Oh. She's gonna pull the whole, you know him very well.
Are you okay? Wow.
Yes.
Your eyes.
It's because of the Mako.
No!
Soldiers have them.
Damn it!
I don't think you guys can see it, but
No, everything's falling apart.
just Discovery Plus just turns on.
Stop it.
And Andrew's
No.
favorite part.
Not that.
Fixed it.
It's over. The cutscene's over.
Perfect. This is not my controller.
They are both really cute and really cringy.
Oh no! Oh no! No, my audio's bad. There we
Oh no.
go. Fixed it.
Also, I mean, he didn't hear, or he did hear, whatever. It got mumbled when she said who or whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, she totally just pulled a, you know them very well card. And that's cringy.
Eh. Look, I went on the tires.
That was very cool. I'm very proud of you.
Look, I can go on the swings. Oh, never mind.
Do you know what I mean by the whole you know them very well thing?
No.
It's the whole, I mean, I feel like you have to have seen some meme about it, but it's like, it's the thing that guys do where they're like, girls are like, oh, do you have a crush on somebody? And they're like, yep, and you actually know them really well. And,
Okay.
that basically means the person you know very well is almost always the girl they're talking to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like it's like the whole thing where what is it? It's just
I'll give you a
Meh.
hint to what she said. All right.
Sephiroth.
No. So that thing you were talking about, she both is and isn't doing that at the same time.
Okay.
And it's both true, even
Okay.
though they contradict each other.
That's cool.
Here.
We're gonna go underground in the
This
thing.
won't take long.
See?
This game is so weird.
Is isn't it? It's great.
Like it's so good, but like it's so weird how it has this little splice of romance into it.
Yeah.
Want to get to Sector 7 in style? This is the passage.
I mean, it's very cool of them to add it, but
Yeah. I don't know if this was in the original game, but they definitely added it in this game a lot.
So,
Go ahead.
Wow, so many. What's it?
you gonna be okay getting home?
Whatever. Doesn't
I
matter.
said I wasn't.
I'll go with you.
I thought you needed to get back. Don't worry. I have a backup route for emergencies, and it's safer too.
The amount of times that Cloud just goes,
oh yeah.
it's very, oops. It's very
You know-
crazy.
Yeah, he's very much so like it's like the Link thing.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Yep.
Is it time for next episode?
Funny enough, it totally is.
Yo.
You guys, the next episode.
Bye. Okay, I gotta end the episode. Bye.